Relive your childhood again, and it's for a sweet cause. On today's show, speed demons of all kinds take to the track, then reeling in activities you wouldn't expect for winter.
Most people associate fishing just with the warmer climate, but it has 4 great seasons.
And it's the house that Goodwill built.
All the proceeds go to these 3 very specific programs, the Food Bank, the Census Helpers Program, and Kids Sport.
Building up community spirit, you'll only find it here on The Express. Welcome to The Express on Shaw TV. I'm your host, Nicole Fitzgerald, and charity is under sweet construction here at the Gingerbread House Party at the Needle Lake Lodge. It was home sweet home for our Canadian Olympians as well as they return to the Whistler Sliding Centre this week.
Oh, it's awesome to be back, and it's awesome to, be starting our season here in Canada. We've got an opportunity to compete here in Whistler. It's like a second home for us.
A cold November moon shines down on athletes as they train for the FIVT World Cup. This competition is only one draw to the Whistler Sliding Centre this season. In these post-Olympic times, venues like this are developing new ways in which to engage with athletes and the public all winter long.
We just started sliding again on November the 2nd. So mostly we've been focused on national team and now international leading up to the World Cup. But after this, things will change entirely. Then we'll move into a mode where we will have a lot of junior development athletes, youth on the track.
Paul Shaw is settling into his new role as the director of the Whistler Sliding Centre. Whistler 2010 sports legacies have now taken over from Bannock and operate the Sliding Centre, Athlete Centre and Olympic Park.
It's pretty hectic. It's pretty much 24/7 to make sure everything's going smoothly.
Not for the faint-hearted, but very soon you can actually come and have a go on this track right here. Either in a bobsled or solo in a skeleton. Feel the same kind of G-forces and speeds that the athletes do. Certainly the experience of a lifetime. But don't worry, they won't make you go from the top.
It's pretty exhilarating. We're working on 2 public programs to start sometime this winter. One is skeleton from Maple Leaf Start. You'll take 2 runs from there and reach speeds anywhere between 85 and 100 kilometers an hour. And then we're also planning to run 4-man bobsled from the mid-start of the track. And there you'll take just 1 run in a 4-man sled behind a trained pilot.
Not only world-class athletes use this track, the centre will be hosting youth development programs with children starting as young as 9 years old. Starting from the lowest points on the track, they very quickly become the athletes we see on the podiums, much like this guy.
You want to have a level of confidence about yourself coming into the race, and you got to do your level best to make sure that you're prepared to get it done on the day that matters most. And the boys that we compete against are awesome athletes, and it could be anybody's bag. You got to be nearly perfect to get a gold medal on this tour.
At the Whistler Sliding Centre, feeling the thrill. For The Express, I'm Dee Raffo.
Visit the WhistlerSlidingCentre.com. I know I'm really excited to learn more about the adult skeleton program. But tonight, I'm gobbling up Whistler's newest housing market. All proceeds from the evening benefit the Whistler Food Bank, the Santa's Helpers Hamper Program, and Kids Sport. We're going to learn a little bit more about these organizations, but first it's Sex 101. Newcomers, listen up.
Just always important to be aware of one's sexual health in terms of prevention and self-care.
Talking about sexual health isn't always easy, but it's a part of life. No matter what the question, workers at the Whistler Safe Clinic are happy to answer them.
If there was one piece of advice that you could pass along to someone new or young just coming to town about sexual health, what would that be?
main advice that I would have for young people is really taking care of themselves, and prevention is definitely the best medicine. You can never fully know another person's history, and so always just using the best prevention methods that you can, especially with sexual contact.
With such a large, young, transient population, sexually transmitted infections are a big topic of discussion in Whistler.
We always recommend condom use as a barrier method for any new partners until it's been a monogamous relationship for about 6 months and both people have testing simultaneously. Then they might choose to go away from a barrier method.
Open every Tuesday from 4:30 to 7:30 p.m. as a drop-in fee-based service, free for those with BC Medical. The clinic also offers pregnancy testing and counseling, emergency contraception, and birth control.
We sell birth control pills in our clinic and other forms of hormonal contraceptions like the NuvaRing, which is an insertable product, and the Depo-Provera, which is an injectable product. And so the different forms of birth control sort of suit different people's lifestyles.
For those with immediate concerns and are unsure of where to start, no need to wait until Tuesday. Information is just a free phone call away.
Options for Sexual Health operates a Sex Sense line. The phone number is 1-800-SEX-SENSE. It's toll-free across BC. Operates Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m.
With services high in demand, the clinic is always looking for volunteers.
People can get in contact with the clinic if they're interested in work volunteering by just going on to the Options for Sexual Health website. So it can be Googled by putting in OptBC or Options for Sexual Health. And their application is right online there.
The clinic offers many services, but most importantly, this program is a reliable, confidential place to go for support.
Are you having any other concerns? We are a completely confidential, non-judgmental service. The clinic is available to anyone who wants to access it.
From the Safe Clinic, where free condoms are always available, I'm Jessica Turner for The Express.
A Safe Clinic also operates out of Squamish every Tuesday between 5 and 7 p.m. Well, it's beginning to feel a lot like Christmas, and that means we need to get into the spirit of giving to those less fortunate. You look like you're eating more than decorating. Is it good?
Yeah. We're just really delighted that Sue Jensen of The Question has put this together, but also to know that all the proceeds go to these 3 very specific programs, the Food Bank, the Sent as Helpers program, and Kids Sport. So it's a neat way to see the whole community get involved.
I heard that you are the crazy woman behind all of this gingerbread here on the tables. How much did you end up baking and creating?
2,100 pieces.
2,100 pieces of gingerbreads.
Yes.
You must be a very good baker.
I have a lot of help.
So there are 2 ways to get involved into the Sent as Helpers program. We're looking for families that are in need, so maybe they feel that this Christmas it might be a little bit difficult to get by. So they can call our main office at 604-932-0113. We're also looking for sponsors.
Can you give me a tour of your house?
This is the door, and these are the roofs, and that's the kitchen, and those are the bedrooms.
There's a lot of rooms in that little house, and where is Santa going to get in here?
What? The door.
Oh, through the door. Santa comes through the door, not the chimney at this little place. And do you have a name for your house?
Turkey.
Turkey House.
Kids Sport is another organization that's benefiting from tonight. Families in our community can apply by coming into our office, and those families that financially qualify, what that allows them to do is they're entitled for $300 per calendar year for each child in their family, and they put that towards organized sports. So it can be the local gymnastic club, soccer club.
What are you doing here tonight?
I'm helping with the trucks and helping them make gingerbread houses.
Looks like you're helping them eat it as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's good?
It's delicious.
A Again, the Whistler Food Bank is seeing record numbers this year, so please drop off a non-perishable item at any of your local grocery stores, including the grocery store, IGA, and Nestor's in Whistler. Shaw's Fill the Food Bank initiative, as part of Together is Amazing, raised £2.6 million of food for food banks across Canada. So stay tuned, we have more stories reeling in.
Still to come, reporter Emily Cordonier hooks up with more than just a fly fishing lesson.
Get yourself informed. Read, go on the web, check out salmonaresacred.org.
And new programming, new equipment, something definitely worth jumping for joy for.
Coming here is like what I always wanted with a gym.
This is Shaw TV.
WHL Hockey is live on Shaw. Watch Friday, December 10th when the high-flying Everett Silvertips head east to take on the hard-driving Saskatoon Blades. WHL Hockey, only on Shaw.
Welcome back to the Gingerbread House Party at Needle Lake Lodge. I'm your host, Nicole Fitzgerald, and you're watching The Express. Our next story takes us down to Squamish, where reporter Emily Cordonier falls for an unusual winter sport, hook, line, and sinker.
Okay, Emily, ready to go catch a fish? Or try to catch a fish?
Or try.
Okay, let's go.
The days are shorter and there's a definite nip in the air. But as the guides from Trout Country Fishing will tell you, every day is a good day for fishing in the sea to sky.
We'll just get out here a little ways and I'll show you kind of what you want to be doing.
Most people associate fishing just with the warmer climate, but it has 4 great seasons, and particularly when it comes into the fall and the salmon start running, that creates some really fantastic fishing opportunities.
So here in the beautiful Squamish Valley, with my waterproof boots and neoprene waders, I thought I would try fly fishing for the first time.
Do it hard, that's it. Nice. If you're in this job expecting to get experienced people all the time, you're in the wrong job. We're not really guides, we're more like teachers than when you cast.
And they have more to teach than just technique. These guides want to educate the public about preserving our fish stocks.
This year, I believe it's been pretty good. I guess the Fraser system, the good news is they had 34 million sockeye. The downside of that, to me, would be that out of the 27 streams that are having sockeye in them, only 17 had significant returns.
Geoff says more regulation of fish farming here in Canada is needed. Some of the practices are taking a noticeable toll on wild stocks, and we need to know the difference between organically farmed or not.
Get yourself informed. Read, go on the web, check out salmonaresacred.org. And there's lots of good farm salmon out there, and trout and char.
Armed with the proper knowledge, we can help sustain our fish populations so that everyone can continue to enjoy all that a fishing experience like this has to offer.
Just being outside in the Squamish River, it's surrounded by a suburb, but at the same time you can feel like you're in the middle of the wilderness. You got bald eagles and black bears, blue herons, and it's just a really good experience. And one more, that's good. That's
Emily Cordonier, still trying to catch the big one here in Squamish for The Express.
There you go.